aggressive driving? Absolutely. But why did they do it, and what can cyclists do to avoid it? I will show what has happened to me, and, most importantly, answer the question, what can cyclists do to avoid these situations? If you Google, "Why are drivers aggressive towards cyclists?" you will be inundated with self-appointed experts' points of view. But do the research, it can't hurt. I boiled that information down to 4 reasons drivers exhibit aggression. First, perceived ownership of their lane. Second, competition for limited road space. Third, impatience and perceived delays. And fourth, drivers don't perceive the vulnerability of cyclists. Here are some examples of entitlement I have experienced. You know, the ones that feel it's their lane and will not give it up for anything, especially a bicycle. There's the subject of this example. It's a Sunday morning, with virtually no traffic. This street is approximately 46 feet wide. It's a 2-lane street, with parking places on both sides. It was an enjoyable ride when everything suddenly changed. Watch how close he is when he passes me. Many things suddenly crossed my mind, but let's move on and not go there. This is an excellent example of driver entitlement. Very little traffic, but a convergence is about to happen. I am approaching a parked car, so I have moved out to give myself 3 feet to pass it. I hear a car approaching and look down at my mirror. Look how close the car is. Now you can see how close it is to the parked car. Imagine being on a bicycle in that space and 3 feet to the left of the parked car. Those were excellent examples of drivers with an entitlement sense of being. Impatience and perceived delays. Drivers often become impatient when they encounter cyclists, viewing them as obstacles that slow down their journey. It's mid-morning, going uphill and pedaling around 15 miles per hour. This section of this street has several blind corners and caution rules. There's a warning sign suggesting 15 miles per hour. Just about the time the minivan started to pass me, I could see an oncoming vehicle that the minivan couldn't see yet, so I hit my brakes to slow down because the minivan would be forced to whip right back into the lane to avoid the oncoming vehicle, which he did. So how much time was saved by this driver passing me? Let's watch. It took me roughly 16 seconds to reach the next stop sign. 16 lousy seconds, give or take. I could have been seriously injured, or worse. This driver stopped just ahead of me. I stopped, I talked, he listened, he apologized. I accepted that and moved on. Some drivers disregard cyclists' vulnerability on the road, leading to a lack of consideration for their safety. Some drivers buzz cyclists intentionally, like the driver of this red car. Here he is tailgating, and if I would have had to suddenly stop for something, he was so close, he would have hit me. Watch as he takes aim with my back tire. And here he comes. In my opinion, drivers like this are simply cowards. Coming at cyclists from behind, he did everything he could, short of hitting me, trying to cause me to fall. Now, my thoughts on the question, what can cyclists do to avoid these situations? I have identified 4 spots where I've had repeat incidents. I can't always avoid them based on my destination, so I have a plan. Doing this reminds me of the movie Red October scene, where the American admiral says,
"Russian sub-commanders don't take a dump without a plan."
I regularly take shortcuts, detour off busy streets, and don't ride slow on busy streets. Instead, I stay as close as possible to my legal speed. And it works. But the truth is, the only way streets in my state are going to get safe is addressing this issue requires a cultural shift towards a more inclusive and multimodal approach to transportation planning, better education, and infrastructure that safely and equitably accommodates all road users. I sincerely hope you found this video entertaining and informative. If you did, please like and subscribe. Till next time, I will be riding for errands, exercising, and the sheer joy of being outdoors.